another
Yuri,
round.
buddy, I'm going to stop you right there. You can do the intro, but I need a lot more energy out of you. This is Red Alert 2. This is one of the most important, biggest games in the world. This isn't PUBG. This isn't Fortnite.
But this is how
I
I
get that it's how
talk.
you talk generally, but in this moment, we need a lot more energy.
But you
I
promised.
promise that next time we'll give you a shot. If you give this game what it deserves, because we are here in the Red Alert 2 World Series, professional division action, two of the most exciting players. You guys know them. You guys love them. We got Luke Z, the Jedi, out of the US of A. We got Osama, the Dragon, out of Egypt. Both these players not afraid to step outside the box and try wacky tactics, and they're all going to unfold in this very, very exciting game here. We got the Blitz game mode, smaller maps, building oil for money, faster action, non-stop chaos. Let's go. But I like it. Classic Blitz action, close quarter combat. You got the tech here. You can see there's bumps. You can't build through this zone. Off to the races with the early conscripts here. Action on the bottom side. Conscript advantage for Osama. I've heard Osama's the guy to watch right now in this event. I think Drunken Master's the favorite. Of course, Luke Z, the Jedi, has one of the most winning Blitz players in the game right now. So we'll see if Osama can get something up here. I love that forward barracks from Luke Z. Luke Z puts himself broke. Does hold the line, but puts himself broke. Ed, are you in here?
I am in here. I am in here.
Oh shit! Why are you you're coming in really low? Okay, hold on.
I can lift this up. How does this sound?
Oh,
Better?
okay. All right,
Hopefully.
we're good. How you doing, Ed?
I'm doing good. So Osama versus Luke Z, huh? Who's the favorite here? What are we looking at?
You gotta think it's Luke Z. I mean, is there anyone that's a favorite against Luke Z other than Kian? Or at least that's how it was a couple months ago. We haven't been running a ton of pro games lately. Maybe Osama's gonna pull one. I like his energy so far here.
Yeah, Luke Z's a monster in Blitz. Auto clicker or not, he's shown us the speed of his fingers. And when it comes to spamming Connies, there's nobody that can match him. And it seems like it's going to be a Connie spam fest here for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a map like this, it makes sense to see. On the back end right now, Osama's ahead. I mean, Osama's up another war factory. I think he's up in oil. So apparently that early pressure worked out for him. Luke did have to go a second barracks early on. Now Luke putting out a bunker and bringing Desolators. So looks like he's going to be going tech.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen this map, you say?
Yeah, well, I have. It's actually been in QM. It's the tournament map for this month, so it's been in quick match. So these guys have been playing it. They do know the map.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, so
I like it. There's more space, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of that classic Blitz style, but there is a little bit extra space to it. And yeah, that top lane, the bottom lane, that you could go naval in the middle as well. You can base stretch down and go naval as well.
Interesting. Bunch of Desolators here coming from Luke Z. He is non-stop making Vendestos for the last minute or so.
Yeah, pumping Desos and bunkers top bottom side. So he's obviously going for the tech rush here. The battle lab's out. Osama going to try to do it the old-fashioned way. He's got 4 war factories against Luke's 1. Osama's about to have a massive Rhino advantage, but Luke's going to have the Iron Curtain. He's going to have the tech, and the V3 rockets come out. V3 rockets do spawn on this map. That's the little Easter egg. Both players are using their V3 rockets. I love to see that.
Yeah, and when it comes to holding tech, refusing to go multi, or not refusing, but choosing to go the tech route, the Desolators are the key, right? The key component to keep you from being overwhelmed by the number of rhinos, and this is exactly what Luke's doing right now. He's playing it perfect.
Osama drives right through that top group. Now behind enemy lines, goes right down the middle as well. I don't think. Oh, he's trying to dive on that oil. Doesn't get that oil.
He gets the ice. He pushes Luke Z back a little bit, but I mean, he sacrificed a lot of Rhino tanks. He does have 5 war factories, 6 war factories, so he can get those numbers right back up.
6 war factories and 6K in the bank. Yeah, that dive. So he got the IC there. If he would have gotten that oil, it would have chain reacted, taken the battle lab, and really slowed down how quick Luke could get another Iron Curtain back online. You got to think Luke's. The Iron Curtain back online now. Yeah, that oil hit, it's crazy how much the difference that would have been, making Luke have to rebuild the battle lab as well. But at least he got the Iron Curtain.
Yeah, and Osama keeps engaging really recklessly, in my opinion, here. Luke Z did not move his tanks, not even once there. He just stood his ground. Deso's in the front lines. He has all the fodder he needs right there.
Yeah, Osama, I think maybe he just kind of feels like, when you're up against a player pushing tech, I feel like maybe your hands forced a little bit. God, that HUD on that cliff just getting so much value. Those conscripts are going to be elite for days. Yeah, Osama needs to be I don't know. Now Kirov's out. That's going to make Osama get over to Flak. Yeah, and now Luke's practically back in the War Factory race. So, You got to think he's only ahead.
I'd like to see Osama transition over to tech here. I mean, he has 6K. He has what, 7 war factories now. At this point, I mean, you might as well just start trying to make an IC yourself, right?
Yeah, the 7 war factories. That's kind of where you start seeing the diminishing returns. I think at that point makes sense. Oh, big. Oh, bottom side gets demolished. Top side, God, took a bunker maybe. He just calls GGs. Kirov coming uncontested. Couldn't crack it. Couldn't crack the line.
He had the build, he just didn't have the execution, in my opinion. There, he did out-tank him pretty nicely there, but sacrificing a lot too much, right?
Yeah, didn't quite. Yeah, and it's that man. It's his first attack. His first attack would have needed to be a little bit more well orchestrated. But yeah, he had the build. Okay, so now over to Allied versus Allied. Yeah, I would have really. I think it would have been pretty nice for Osama to pick up an SVS. Because Luke, we talked about his speed and his, dynamic speed of like the speed within clicking units and doing different units while spamming pillboxes and repairing. And I feel like with Allied, there's just so many more tools and toys for Luke to play with. And I just think Luke's such a scary Allied player. I think Osama needed that SVS win.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I just can't imagine this series going more in Osama. I haven't seen Osama in a long time though. We'll see. GGI IFV opening for Luke Z. I like it. Getting weird.
And that's to battle the Eagles that come out pretty early, right? Or
yeah, I would. Yeah, I guess. I mean, but he also is going to have to use them to try to slow down Grizzly numbers. But he obviously wants to get ahead in the Eagle War. And I wonder how Osama's going to play this. Is Osama just going to not go air? Is he just going to try to spam Grizzlies? And no AFC yet for Osama. Oh, now Osama. The sniper IFV. Oh.
That is clutch. Yeah, so yeah, I forget that the IFV, GGI IFVs, they serve 2 purposes, right? They will demolish Eagles that come their way, and then they can also help to defend against the Grizzly Rush, of course.
Yeah, and I think for AVA, it's very, you see people trying to do it in SVA, but yeah, I think in AVA it makes so much more sense because, like you said, it's so valuable versus the Eagles, and with some tact, it can work with the Grizzlies as well. So now both players, so some diverse portfolios from both players. I like that. And the AFC, Luke opened that early AFC to bring out the sniper, but still hasn't gone Eagles yet. So both doing a good job not putting themselves broke. And Rocketeer advantage now for Osama.
Yeah, kind of, I don't know, a little bit of a different opening, but they're at the exact same pace right now. Macro, a cannon comes out on the bottom, nice.
Oh yeah, any of you guys
one cannon, remind me?
Yeah, unfamiliar. Yeah, any of you guys unfamiliar? So it's 1 cannon now. The Allied and Blitz can have 1 cannon, and we have nerfed the range. The range is about half of normal. You can only have 1 at a time. Eagles out. Eagles. Yeah.
Eagles are going to be looking for their target. You got to assume here that they're just going to be playing this air game now, right? Not a lot of movement with their tanks. It doesn't seem like they're trying to push into anything here.
Yeah, just like not even really jabbing or pretending to jab, as both players now put up a Patriot missile dome. Eagles right down the middle.
Oof. Does not get the oil, and all of the Eagles go down, and that's how powerful those GGI IFVs are against the Eagles.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I guess that's absolutely what that bundle. God, those are going to be paying themselves back all game long. And then, of course, the threat of the elite IFVs coming out. V3 rockets now spawning for both players. Let's see if they can use these to mix it up a little bit. Rocky's out to defend, probably won't get much done. GGI IFVs. You hate it when the V3 rockets don't end the game. Rocky's pushing into God knows what. Several Patriot missiles. Osama with a big Rocky advantage. Eagle's going to find an oil now. Okay.
And again, remind me once again, sorry, out of the loop a little bit. 12 oils is still the max, and then you can't rebuild oils, right? So every oil that goes down is still going to be worth it, right?
Yep, and that's exactly it. In AVA, yeah, every time you dive on an oil, eventually the game will end. You can only build 12 total per game. Grizzly's terribly strung out here, but those Prism tanks, Luke Z had a nasty group of Prism tanks, but Osama did a great job jumping in on him. Luke Z gonna come out ahead. Not sure Osama got. Watch out, Eagles down the middle. Ooh, nice force shield.
Nice force shield. Yeah. But now he's low power, and on top of that, he has a bunch of Grizzlies in his face with only 3 Prism tanks to defend and a couple Rockies.
And that, yeah, that force shield puts him low power, so the Patriot missiles are down, so the Rockies come in uncontested, try to defend with those Prism tanks, but gonna get smothered. Rockies go up to defend. Eagles back down again. Luke doing a great job of keeping those Eagles busy. Osama has a good build, though. He's not getting big chain reactions from those oil hits, but he's slowly getting chipped away, and I don't know how he gets himself back into this.
Oh man, yeah, Luke's bringing in a bunch of Prism tanks then. No AA though, so it's gonna have to be forced back here for a little bit until he can get maybe a further Patriot missile out there, some IFVs possibly. But yeah, that's a scary number of Prism tanks. Allieds, as you know, strength in numbers, right? The more of whatever unit they have, the better they are.
Yeah, and the only thing keeping him at bay are these Rocketeers. As soon as he gets that anti-air in the group or his own Rocketeers, he's going to be in trouble. Oh, Timix, $5, $55, money coming in. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. That money will go back next month's tournament. We're on a 2v2 tournament next month. Osama gets in and grabs an oil. Osama's like, I feel like Osama's throwing rocks at like a brick wall right now. He's like, hey, I got an oil. It's like, buddy, like if you would have gotten 5 oils there. But he is doing a great job keeping these Prism tanks at bay, but I think it's inevitable. Now the IFVs are out to help.
Yeah, he did get some good value right there with the Rocketeers. He was able to clean up, like, I don't know, half of the Prism tanks that Luke Z had.
He did get a lot of Prism tanks and gets another oil. And again, that's why these guys are diving on these oils, guys, because when the 12 or when you've built 12, you're not going to get any more. And oftentimes AVA, these big marathon-like games, it comes down to that. Players running out of oil, especially a game like this. So Osama is now going broke. A lot of Eagles bottom side are going to get another oil. Osama not tracking with those Rockies. Where is he right now? Oh, he got most of the Eagles anyway.
Yeah, he was able to not snipe down a bunch of those. Here comes the reinforcements. Another group of Prism tanks coming in on the top side here.
Yeah.
The range on them are so good.
Yeah, and I think this is okay. I mean, it's best of 5. I don't. It would be really, really tough for Osama to win this. If he had an extra 10K in the bank right now, it might look a little different, but he is going broke. But I like it. Making Luke convert the position, getting himself warmed up. It is best of 5. Going down 2 and coming back. Split factions, anything can happen once we get over to Allied versus Soviet. We'll see what Osama can do. Eagles do loop around that backside. Oh, and he gets the Weather Storm in an oil. Okay, a little dance around Value Town for Osama there.
Yeah, Luke Z's base looks so much better than Osama's base a little bit.
Yeah, it's just an absolute empire. V3 rockets on the bottom side, going to get that Grand Cannon, which tickles my heart. Has to pull the Rockies down. He cannot pull the Rockies for the V3s. Just let the V3s do what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's another thing similar to like the Mirage tanks, the Prism tanks, kind of work in the same way here. If you're fighting against another group of Prism tanks, the person that makes the first move usually loses. You don't want to be the one that pushes in with Mirages, in similar kind of style with Prism tanks. So you saw there, Luke Z kind of wanted to go in, and he he got sniped right back out.
Yeah, you're absolutely, you're right, and especially on a map like this, because then now all of a sudden you start going into your opponent's Patriot missiles, and your Rocketeers are going to lose that battle. Another nice force shield. Osama's had a couple last-minute force shields. You know, if you do it too early, obviously the Eagles have time to divert, so it's a couple nice force shields from Osama. He's quick on the click today. But yeah, big defender's advantage in a map like this. The Patriot missiles particularly thinning out the Rockies. But there are a couple ways to shake and bake here, the Weather Storm being one of them. You know what, though? I don't see these players do enough, and Zed would do it every game in AVA. The Chronosphere. Chronosphere, group of Prism tanks, you drop it. It's like an instant blow up the enemy base button. And you don't see people do it very often. I don't know why.
Ooh, yeah. That was a nice hit right there.
What do you get?
He got the oil and splash damage into the lab there.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And it looks like on the top side, Luke Z tried to get an oil, and I don't think he was able to get it. What I do want to see Osama build is gap generators. That would definitely help the whole sniping of Eagles.
Yeah, Osama's not gapped up. Luke is almost fully gapped. Yeah, Osama isn't gapped up. That is a big concern. Uh-oh, Osama has his Rockies on the bottom side. Luke decides to take a big bite into a billion Patriot missiles and then reconsiders. Now Osama's Rocky's bottom side. Osama gonna get some value here. Oh, I wish I wanted him to keep chasing those prism tanks. Oh my god, the Eagle's trading. Holy shit. Okay, boys. Okay.
Weather storm down, something that he was relying on, right? He's like, all right, it's okay. I can keep sacrificing. My weather storm's about ready. We're okay. And then all of a sudden it's gone. Oh, damn.
He got the weather storm. Luke was banking on that for sure. Osama's still putting himself broke, though. I wonder if Osama's out of oils. Osama probably can't build any more oils. But his Patriot missile bubble that he's created for himself is quite impressive. He has a lot of Patriot missiles. Oh, and another.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I mean, he can't afford to lose any more oils. He's a couple oils away from being out of this game, and he's keeping himself in it. Luke back up with another weather storm. Luke just flush for money, though, which makes this so tough. The longer this game goes, it seems to only continue to tilt. And Luke, he's going to try to 1-2 punch the MCV? Oh, he gets the... What are the Rockies? Rockies are doing... Oh, don't pull them out now. God, bring 2 home for dinner. Okay, well... Anyway, he tried. He got an oil there. He did get an oil.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, that's pretty good value so far. I mean, but like you said, man, it sucks looking at Osama's bank.
Yeah.
He's literally bottoming out right now. And it's all the Eagles. I mean, they keep going back and forth with the Eagles, sacrificing Eagles, rebuilding them, sacrificing, rebuilding, looking for those nice, juicy targets.
Yeah, in that case does baits a force shield, which will stop the clock on the weather storm, but does not get the weather storm. And now heavily out prismed. He needs to get his Rocky support in here. The militia, the 8 Rockies. Oh, the militia gonna do some work. The militia pushes them back. Oh, and he was low power. But yeah, those Patriot missiles going down, that really could be how to kind of crack things open. Try to bait a force shield and then use your Rockies to go into a Patriot missile zone. Take advantage of that low power. Luke. Oh my god. Oh, that was a big hit. You got a couple oils there.
Jesus.
Yeah, and now Osama will be dead broke and very difficult to recover. Yeah, rocking and rolling. Made some stuff happen. Made Luke work for it. Oh yeah, you forget Osama's flying blind here because Luke's gapped up. That's why he's looking a little bit confused.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
Oof,
Osama gonna make a push. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not gonna work.
Bringing all the prism tanks toward the top side. They're just getting sniped.
Yep. All right, well, over to AVS. We'll see what Osama can do. Timonix again with the donation, $60 coming in. Appreciate it, buddy. Keeps the juice in the rocket. Man, I went up to Vancouver. What an odd place. They're trying this experiment called give all the heroin addicts as much heroin as they want, and it is a zombie apocalypse of heroin addicts. Like,
oh, no.
It is like walking around. There are people everywhere, like sitting on the curb, just smoking heroin everywhere.
Really?
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And like at night, we were like walking down the streets. I felt like I was in a zombie apocalypse because like heroin addicts do this thing where they hunch over and then they walk with like a hunched back for some reason. So you're walking around. There's all these people like limping around with hunched backs. It felt like I was in a zombie apocalypse. The whole city. We walked so much of the city. It was all like that. Very strange.
That is wild. What the hell?
I know, and I guess that's their thing is they were like, let's just try giving them heroin instead of having them die of heroin withdrawals and bad heroin. I don't know. It was really weird. GI opening from Luke Z here. Soft GI opening. Second wave coming. Osama seems to have countered.
Yeah, Luke Z's pretty damn dangerous with his GI pushes. Osama surprisingly does very well against the... Oh, it's not over yet. I mean, he's still bringing in the GIs here, but he has 2 preemptive sentry guns. He has the rhinos ready already, so doesn't look like a game-ending push here, but does get a little bit of value.
Yeah,
sentry guns out.
It's funny. He kind of like, it was way, I feel like he brought like, it was like a staggered. It was like 3 waves of GIs, 3 soft openings of GIs. I'm surprised to not see him kind of gear up one big bundle and go in. But yeah, baits quite a few sentry guns. And for any of you guys unfamiliar in Blitz, about a month ago, 6 weeks ago maybe now, we made a pretty drastic change. For the first time in a long time, we've gone under the hood and really tinkered with something like this before. I'll circle back on that. GI's pushing in, does get Osama's tanks out of position. Thinks he finds an opening there. Working the Grizzlies off the GIs. Brings the Grizzlies home. Dogs out now.
Yeah, all the GIs die there. Luke Z getting some more fodder here. He needs to be careful here, though. Even number of tanks, that does not mean that it's good for the allied player.
Yeah, needs to be very careful. And Luke now Luke's getting some pillboxes out. You know, he did a good job of convincing Osama he was the aggressor, but at the end of the day, yeah, now without those GIs, that GI threat, he's now on his heels. And I love Osama, gonna poke and prod, try to get away from the pillboxes, see where he can get his biggest advantage. Now going into, there's 2 pillboxes in that zone, but he's got a good amount of fodder. Luke's fodder coming out ahead though, but Luke needs to be careful. He's outgunned here.
Yeah, rally point from Osama, bringing in more dog fodder here, literally making the difference here. Also, that MCV splitting Luke Z's tanks a little bit there. Very nice push here by Osama. He definitely can read the situation here. Does not want to pull back. He can literally end the game now. So
Osama does get one up here. Yeah, Luke not able to buy himself the time he needed with that GI rush. So Osama on the board, fighting to stay alive. We'll see what he can do now with Allied. Timix again with that donation. Appreciate it, buddy. Big donation, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, anyway, guys, any of you guys unfamiliar, so in Blitz, about 6 weeks ago, we've made changes before, like bug-related changes, like Chrono Legionnaires can't shoot oils because it bugs them. We've done some stuff like that, but in Blitz, for the most part, we've never really, like, tinkered on a more specific level of individual units buildings. We changed the War Factory build speed. We made War Factories build slightly slower after 2 years of Blitz. We've never really done anything like that before. We changed the War Factory build speed to incentivize teching up and incentivizing more diverse games, and we have seen a pretty significant change. It does make it a lot more viable for Allied to get over to tech a little bit later, and really the issue we've seen with Allied versus Soviet is those first 3-4 War Factories for a Soviet player can just pour out, and it can be very, very difficult for the Allied player to do anything. And so, yeah, the War Factory build speed coming down a little bit incentivizes teching up for both Allied and Soviet players in both matchups, and we've had very positive feedback from it. It's always scary, Ed, when you change something like that. You know, you think there's going to be a mutiny, but we've had good feedback so far.
that's good. I didn't know about that. That's pretty nice. So you can see players have more War Factories earlier on, since the production is going to be a little slower.
Yeah, so the War Factory build speed itself is slower. The War Factories build slower.
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
Brings the GIs all the way. Osama brings his GIs all the way to the top. Okay. Does he go for the oil? He doesn't want to splash his GIs. Uh-oh, Rhino's now down the middle.
Don't do it. Well, I mean, that's not bad, I guess.
Oh,
he does get the oil. A lot of GIs still survive. Forced to come back, but the GIs are still there. He needs to send his Grizzlies back out there.
Yeah, he needs to
Back
get
them up.
I love the GIs. I love the GIs pulling the Rhinos back, but what else can Osama do with it? Oh, the Grizzlies not there to support.
Osama goes on the bottom side. No, he's gonna go try to. Oh, that little hut.
Oh,
Holy,
that
bunker.
The hut and the bunker, pinched between a hut and a bunker, just getting racked from the sides. Wow.
He did snipe out the War Factory, but at what cost? Can he hold this next push? If he can hold here, that definitely slows down Luke here significantly.
Oh, and Luke gets his Rhinos strung out. Ooh, Osama not. Man, that was one of those situations. If Osama could have pounced a little bit earlier, he may have got a couple more Rhinos out of that. He would have needed them. Yeah. Osama putting himself broke as he starts bringing out Eagles. I don't think he had the money for that. Snipes a Rhino. Oh, Osama going broke, though. Needs to be so careful right now. He cannot afford to be going broke right now. Builds another Eagle, Osama. You better not build a 4th Eagle, Osama. Oh, you mother. Builds a 4th Eagle.
You know what? Some could argue that that's good. Some could argue that that's bad, depending on where he's sitting, right? Sitting at 5K sometimes is worse than sitting at $100, as long as your tabs are constantly building, right?
True, especially the early game. We're not sending the Grizzly tank drivers to college. You don't need a savings account. And to be fair, I'm not sure he was bottoming out. He was dangerously low, and he didn't bottom out much there. He may have perfectly smoked that one to the filter. And Luke Z having to switch over to a lot of flak tracks, going to slow down the Rhino numbers. See what Osama can do, boys. V3 rockets to try to counter that battle bunker. The V3 rockets, I think, are such a funny Easter egg. They really crack me up.
They're nice. It forces people to use them.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
good.
That's it. How do you get players to use V3 rockets? Give them to them for free. That's how you
Yeah.
snipes out the...
Nice.
Snipe
Good.
both V3s. And again, guys, that Grand Cannon for Allied and Blitz, you can only have one on the map at a time, and it does have a reduced range. Kirov now also, Luke with the sneaky tech push, now an IC out as well. So Luke going to play the waiting game against an Allied player. Osama's got a few Mirages. I don't think he's pushing here. Forward Barracks, forward Desolator, very scary for the Mirage position.
Yeah, definitely. Kirov coming down the center here. IFVs are ready, and looks like the Rocketeers are there to back him up as well. This is actually looking like a pretty damn close game here overall. All things considered, all the early game pass and everything. Both players are pretty even right now. I can't tell who's in favor here. Who's in the lead?
Osama, when it's this close, I look at the bank accounts. I think the 6K in the bank for Osama. I think the double AFC for Osama. Mirage is coming. You know, Luke's a tactician. He can pull himself and get himself in weird positions and pull it out. But you got to think on paper right now. You got to think. I think Osama.
Yeah, probably, but Luke Z does have that IC, right? The IC that can destroy just half your units depending on where you go, how you use your IC. I'm not sure if he's going to look for buildings. Does he go for buildings or does he go for units? I mean, he can go for everything, honestly. The map is so small.
Yeah, Osama's army, I hope a lot of these trees are Mirage tanks. I feel like Osama's army is not quite as big as I would... Are some of these... Wait.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mirage tanks in there, but he does need a couple more War Factors in life. Well, I mean, he's still bottoming out. Oh, nice hit there.
Yeah.
Huge hit, actually. Does that stop it? It doesn't stop the IC counter, though.
Whoa.
He has an extra
he had
outside.
an extra nuke. Oh, and just like that goes to not being a good hit.
Yeah.
Gonna try to 1-2 punch with some Rockies. That's not gonna work. Now needs to shift all of his Mirages. Luke gonna find a bit of value for free. Osama tries to backdoor the IFVs. Needs to be careful. Doesn't want to lose all of his IFVs here, obviously, because that Kirov's coming.
Wait, what? What happened? He used the IC? Did he accidentally? Wait, what happened there? The Kirov doing work there, just idle. Just
did it? I didn't
bombs
see the Kirov. Wait, the IC, did he blow an IC and not get any tanks? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I think he just blew the IC on nothing. I don't think he used it on anything.
Whips the IC and then gets it destroyed.
Wait a minute. I think he tried to IC his IC because his IC is missing. Something happened.
The IC got sniped. I think, no, you were saying it got used right before the IC snipe. Huh, well, anyway, that's one for a replay, guys. But either way, an unused IC and then an IC snipe could be exactly what Osama needed here. IC already back out. Oh, he gets the MCV. He gets
no depot on the field. That's going to definitely push him here to do something quick.
And it's a lot of rhinos. No Deso bombs, I don't think, for Luke. The MCV, and if you guys go back and watch that frame by frame, Luke was trying to move the MCV. Of course, pro move. Very rare to see an MCV get sniped at the pro level. You can unpack the MCV and move it. You can also use a force shield. Didn't use either. Just a little bit slow there. Not a mistake you expect to see from a player like Luke. Could easily cost him this game. Once that IC gets sniped, he's in trouble. And he doesn't... He has to push... Kirov's coming. Kirov's bottom side and top side.
Oh, that is so dangerous here. I mean, Desolators are on the field. That's a lot of Mirage tanks. All it takes is one Deso to deploy on these Mirage tanks.
Yep.
One Deso, and literally all of Luke's or Osama's army is going to be gone. Yeah. He needs to be very careful. On the flip side, I mean, you can't push these Rhinos into those Mirage tanks at all. Like, you'll just get demolished. So, yeah, this is going to be very tricky here.
Comes down to the Desolators, and Osama I like this. Gonna try to fight fire with fire. He's going for the nuclear reactor. That's gonna put Luke low power. Luke uses the IC. Luke now low power with no MCV. This is Luke's push. He needs to get value here. He's gonna start going at oils, try to get some chain reactions. The IC goes down, and there's a billion Mirages left. I love that from Osama. He's like, take what you want. You're down an MCV and you're low power. So take what you want. I'm gonna chill here. Oh, nice.
I thought he was going to drive right through it here.
Dances right off it. And Luke's gonna Luke needs to try to sell, put himself, get his power. Oh, nice chain reaction.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you try selling, in my opinion, I don't know. I mean, what can you, I mean, War Factory, a flat cannon,
Well,
can you get that much power back? I mean, you still have that tech power plant, so that might give you enough juice.
Oh, yeah, he has the tech. Yeah, he's got to try to, you can destroy some oils, too. He's at 16K. You can't sell oils. You could destroy some oils. They do take power. But he needs to, I don't know why, he's doing a lot of Desolator walks, Desolator marches instead of Deso bombs. I'd load up a Deso bomb, get your IC back online, obviously. I can't believe he's operating with low power. The flat anyway, get your power back online, load up some Deso bombs, hit an IC, cross your fingers.
No. Deso bomb, old news. He's loading up Tesla Trooper bombs, dude. That's the new meta. You've never heard? Come on.
Tesla Trooper bombs. I read about that on RA.
High five, comrade.
In RA2 Weekly about the Tesla Trooper bombs. Cool.
Yeah, CNN came out with a news article not too long ago.
Yeah.
They talked about the
Oh, and they go, oh my god, going up that oof.
That's scary to see. You see those flags popping and Desos coming out. You're like, oh, you gotta clench really tight because you don't want this to deploy.
Oh, hey, we got it. We're burning barns, boys. That's 2-2. What a day to be alive, huh, guys? We're in here, top level Red Alert 2 action. The barn's burning. It's 2-2. Winner of this goes on to the finals. Loser of this takes the long, sad walk home. And a quick reminder, redalert2.com. Tell your friends, tell your family. Red Alert 2 now available on Steam. It's cheap. It's easy. Come play online. Easy is a tough word. Sometimes it can be hard to set up. Anyway, redalert2.com has the video. Donations, all the money that comes into the stream goes back into the stream, helps me create more content. We do tournaments every month. Even if you haven't played in forever, we have groups for new players. So come join the fun. I recommend it. Again, yeah, join the Discord, redalert2.com. Also, we got a comic book and merch. All that stuff, redalert2.com. Okay, so Osama now bringing in some GIs. Luke, no production off this bottom oil. Just amputating the power plant? Surely not.
Those GIs can handle it. He can just send those Grizzlies right back, and yeah, that power plant's gonna go down.
He had to get, so you see there's an issue here because of the sandbags. You can't, some of those GIs aren't able to shoot because of the sandbags. Either way, he's gonna get it. Luke amputates his bottom expansion, gives it for free, and then draws a line in the sand further back. Okay, he's a tactician. Don't question the Jedi. We'll see.
I don't know. I'm questioning.
Yeah, I'm questioning. No. I will question and continue to question.
Yeah, so Luke Z finding himself behind from the get-go, which is odd to say, right? Soviet versus Allied. Usually Allied is the one that's kind of fighting in the beginning, trying to stay alive here. But Osama doing a really good job here, putting the pressure into Luke Z. Luke Z's trying to find a hole here, but it looks like Osama's guarding himself pretty damn nicely here.
Yeah, I feel like that sort of like bait the Allied player into taking your power plant and then like Wile E. Coyote down the middle for an MCV snipe. Like, certainly that's a move that could be in the playbook. But Luke didn't even seem to be, he didn't really apply too much aggressive counter pressure. Again, Osama did a good job, like you said, of kind of defending his backside, keeping an eye on that. But Luke just gave up a power plant for nothing. It's not a gambit if you just give up your queen and don't make anything up. Cannon! Big cannon out! Luke does get out of range of the cannon. But, oh my, what is this game, Ed? What did we just see in this series? Reverse
I don't
sweep?
know, man.
3-0?
This is insane.
Osama demolishes Luke in the match point? Like, what?
Well, damn, it's looking like it's in favor of Osama, but Luke Z's not out of it just yet. He's on 3 war factories. He has 4K in the bank. We know Soviets can come back from just about anything, right? So, I don't know. Here,
Power
we
plant
gotta see what Luke.
I like it. Another defensive paradrop topside. Yeah, Luke's not going to find value there. Osama very comfortable chilling now. I think double paradrop topside, prism tower defend, cannon bottom side to defend. Obviously, that middle lane is kind of a death route for the attacker, and mirages are already out.
That is such a joke.
What's that?
I'm sorry. No, I just saw an Eagle just miss a shot on a V3 that didn't even decide to dodge. It was just moving forward. It just decided to just miss. Like, so sometimes it's just such a stupid unit. Ugh.
Yeah, the
Anyway,
eagle, the eagle hit aspect. I don't necessarily need it to be 100%. I need it to be less random, though. You know what I mean? Like, I would like it to have less of a random component, so it can be a little bit more. I think when players like are controlling the unit and like reverse directions or like stutter step and make it miss, that I think maybe has a place in the game. But yeah, random unit just driving along and getting missed is very annoying.
It's so annoying. Yeah. Especially like an eagle that costs so much money, and when you're actually playing the actual factions like Korea, where it's your special unit at 12 or something $100 or like 14, I forgot how much they are. Yeah, they shouldn't miss as frequent as they do. But anyways, rant over.
Kirov high-low for Luke. Surely Osama will not lose this game, right, Ed? Surely.
This is a heavy attack here. IC is out in the field. We got a little bit of time coming. 3 Kirovs out and a large number of Rhino tanks. How can Osama defend this? We'll have to wait and see here.
And Luke again, the double nuclear reactor though. He's still online. Kirov's coming.
Is able to handle all the flak tracks that he had out there. Look at home base. He has a bunch of GGI IFVs. Is that going to be enough though? Yeah, it looks like it is.
Oh, topside Rhinos, and he's got these GIs and these Prism Towers to fall back to. He's engaging in the open field, but he doesn't even really have to. Kirovs get totally stuffed. Oh my god, the MCV just gets sniped? Oh, MCV just got sniped.
Osama is on fire right now.
And now Osama bringing the Navy SEALs, cheesing a little bit. Oh no, maybe anti-desolator probably. Oh, those IFVs just got fucking smoked. Oh, it's not gonna matter though. That MCV snipe. Now Luke's power still online. The IC's coming. Can Osama? Oh, and he goes down, loops the flak tracks out of position. So much. Oh, force shield comes. The Iron Curtain is ready, but the Force Shield was used, so he's low power, so that's going to delay the Iron Curtain. I don't think this Iron Curtain's going to matter anyway, though, Ed, is it?
Man, I don't know. Can he get those juicy targets? He doesn't have IFVs to battle those Kirovs at the moment. The Kirovs can do so much damage on the top side of the map here. These Rhinos, is he going to look for the MCV snipe here?
Force Shield? Force Shield?
No Force Shield.
Oh my god, the Eagles. Can he get Luke? Oh my god, Luke keeps his power online. So Osama threw all of his Eagles. Osama threw all of his Eagles and Luke was able to keep his power online. That's huge. Iron Curtain is coming again. Oh my god, and that Kirov did work on the top side. Osama still has 2 AFCs left. Holy shit, Ed.
He has a timer though now, for sure for the game. Like he literally has a small window to do something crazy because once the IC is popped, he only has 1 war. That war factory is gonna go down. Like that, you gotta be in Luke's shoes right now, and the only threat right now is the fact that he has 1 war factory. Kill that 1 war factory. All you have to do is send 5 Rhinos. You don't even have to send your entire army. Get that 1 veteran, send it in, kill it. GG.
No way. You're absolutely right. And there's no battle lab, so no force shield for Osama. The next IC will cancel out his tank production. Eagles coming. They find an opening. They find it. Oh my god, they're gonna get the IC.
2 seconds.
No. Does he? No, the force shield. Oh, the force shield.
Hold it. I thought he was gonna hold his Eagles there for a second. He needs to desperately hold those Eagles. Oh, he should have just flown over it, baited the shield, and then sniped.
Because did he drop his Eagles? Drop their bombs?
I think so. Yeah, they all came back home.
Okay, and and the IC, there's an elite Rhino in it just to add a little stomp to that kick in the face. Eagles are up. Eagles are juiced. Eagles are hunting. Luke not tracking with his flak tracks. Oh, he is a little too late, maybe, but loses everything on the. Gets the nuclear reactor. That puts Luke low power. I think the IC is probably the target because no. Oh, the IC goes down as well. Wait. Weird. Did he crash his planes into the IC? The IC goes down.
Yeah, the IC went down regardless. You have a radar now that's your biggest threat. I mean, we know that infantry from GIs can do so much damage. You can go toe-to-toe against Rhino tanks with just your GGI IFVs all over the field. However, Desolators on the field is not going to allow that.
Snipers. He can bring snipers. He still has 1 AFC. We have a 1 AFC double barracks game for the allied player. Of course, against a player from a Soviet player who can develop more, completely lost position. Soviet player with a bunch of war factories, not a good position, but like you said, infantry backed by snipers. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting.
He needs to go for the radar with that.
Oh,
I guess 2 barracks would do the job too. Yeah, that works too.
Okay. Wow, Ed. This is interesting.
Oh, that cannon doing work.
Careful with
another lead.
And his mirages go down, his Grand Cannon goes down, and he's not getting any more. Oh, nice hit. Oh, the oil takes the snipers. The oil takes the snipers. He has to amputate. He needs to
reinforcement snipers. There's a group of them coming right now. He has like 10 of them coming.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Oh.
No more barracks.
No more barracks for Luke Z. No more barracks for Luke Z.
He has like backed up 50 desolators right now. He has a bunch of desolators on the field here. I wonder if he can make them work.
Demo trucks. Demo trucks are going to win it. The demo trucks are going to win this. Oh, he snipes one. He can't lose that AFC. He needed to adjust his infantry earlier. AFC down.
Damn.
Oh, man. That was an incredibly interesting match.
Damn, and that's how easy the tides can turn in this game, you know?
Crazy. Yeah, just a few minor miscalculations with his Eagles on that IC, and well played from Luke. I mean, Luke basically starting the final round of this boxing match by being like, hey, why don't you smoke me in the face and then I'll come back and win. Just gives up that power plant to open this point. Osama's sending it all downfield. Oh, okay, just quits out. Wow.
Here,